Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Thursday, June 5th, 2025. Now, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put your baseball picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, you can find those at the premium picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Thursday in baseball. First up, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Atlanta Braves. We got Brandon Pfaadt and Grant Holmes as the starters. Brandon Pfaadt definitely his weakest start of his career in his last game. That was a game we faded Pfaadt in. We took the Nationals plus money, and it was an 11-7 win for Washington. They were up 11-0 by the second inning, 10-0 in the first inning. 8 runs given up by Pfaadt. He did not record a single out, 6 base hits, and a couple, I think 2 or 1 hit by pitch in that inning. Just a miserable outing. And we talked about the regression concerns in this game with a very steep expected ERA. I can't trust him in this spot against Grant Holmes, who I've been high on this season. He's pitched pretty well as of late. He was 1 out shy of a quality start in his last game against the Red Sox with 9 strikeouts. I think he gets the run support in this one this time, and I think the Braves win this game on the money line. Next up, we got the Detroit Tigers taking on the Chicago White Sox. Now, we thought that this pitching matchup was going to be on Wednesday, Casey Mize and Sean Burke, but it was moved to this game on Thursday. I still like the Tigers in this one on the run line. I've still mentioned that Sean Burke, in terms of pitchers with as many innings as he's pitched, 50-plus innings, he's got one of the steepest expected ERAs for those qualifying pitchers. So I do expect major regression as the season continues. And you're up against a tough Tigers lineup with Casey Mize on the other side. I think Detroit has a big-time advantage in this game. They are big favorites for a reason. Give me the Tigers in this one, laying the 1.5 runs on the run line. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. We got Jesus Luzardo and Chris Bassett as the starters. Luzardo has really struggled in his last 2 games, even against the A's, where it was 7 innings, a 3-run ball with 10 strikeouts. Looks like a great start. He still gave up 9 base hits and a home run in that game. It ended up being a A's win 5-4. And then you look at his last start, of course, against the Brewers. 12 runs, couple of homers, 3 walks, 12 base hits. He's given up 21 hits in his last 2 games. Now you're facing a Blue Jays lineup that in the last 30 days has been very solid against left-handed pitching. Low strikeout rate, high walk rate. They're 6th in team OPS. I think they can get to Luzardo for a few runs. I think Bassett's going to be good enough for a Blue Jays win on the money line. Next up, we got the Minnesota Twins and the Athletics. We got Bailey Ober for Minnesota. No official starter right now for the A's. I don't think it's going to be a perfect outing for Ober. I could see him giving up a couple of extra base hits and potentially home runs. But I also think he's going to get a lot of run support. And I think the bullpen is, a big advantage for Minnesota in this series. I think we've already seen, some of the starting pitchers for the Twins in this series haven't done the best, but that lineup's backed them up. We saw 20 runs scored from the Twins in the first 2 games combined. Their bullpen's been strong. So I think the Twins end up winning this game and covering the run line on the road. Next up, we've got the Orioles and the Mariners. We got Zach Eflin and Brian Wu as the starters. I mentioned I think the Orioles are a lot better than their current record. I think they're undervalued because of that record. I think Eflin's a lot better than his current ERA, and we saw a really good outing from him in his last start against the White Sox. 7 innings of scoreless baseball, 6 strikeouts, and a 2-1 Orioles win. And on the road this season, Eflin's been excellent. 3-0 record, 3.68 ERA. So I think, Brian Wu's been, very good on the other side for the Mariners, but they've lost his last 2 starts. He gave up 2 home runs his last game. He's given up 16 base hits in his last 2 games combined. It's a lot of base runners, and the strikeout numbers have been a little bit down. 8 strikeouts his last 12 2/3. I'm going to roll the Orioles in this one on the money line. I think that they're the value play. Next up, we got the Padres and the Giants. We got Dylan Cease and Robbie Ray as the starters. Now, Dylan Cease against his current Giants lineup has got great numbers, high strikeout rate, and a low xWOBA. I think he puts together a solid outing, and I think that Robbie Ray can also pitch pretty well. He's been a winning machine for San Francisco, but beyond that, he's got a good matchup here against the Padres team. It's not been great against lefties in the last month, and you got 2 good bullpens going at it. Give me the under here at Oracle Park for the Giants-Padres matchup. Next up, the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. We've got David Peterson and Landon Knack as the starters. This is a tough one here. I think that when you look at David Peterson's numbers on paper, he's been excellent, sub-3 ERA. He pitched pretty well against these Dodgers a couple of starts ago at Citi Field. But his expected numbers are still pretty steep, and the Dodgers are a very good lineup against left-handed pitching. They've had mixed results against Peterson in the past, but I do think they'll be able to get to him in this game. And the question is, can Landon Knack just be decent enough to keep the Dodgers competitive in this one? As long as he can go 5 innings of 2 or maybe even 3-run baseball or less. I think the Dodgers can score enough runs to hold on to a victory in this one. I think this is going to be a solid offensive day for the Dodgers. I would think about taking their team total over, and I also think the Dodgers win this game on the money line. Next up, we got the Astros and the Pirates. We got Framber Valdez and Mitch Keller as the starters. Now, I've backed the Pirates quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. I mean, they've been more competitive in a around 500 team in their last 15 games or so, and against some tough teams along the way. But this is not one of the best matchups, in my opinion, for the Buccos. Framber Valdez already has success against this Pirates lineup, the current roster, and the Pirates have not been great against lefties this season or in the last month. And then you got Mitch Keller, who's got good numbers on paper, but still has lost. The Pirates have lost the majority of his starts. He still has some pretty steep expected numbers, and the underlying numbers aren't the best for him. I know the Astros don't have a great lineup on the road this year. Their offense has not been great on the road, but I think they'll be able to get to Keller. I like the Astros in this game on the money line and maybe even the run line on the road. Next up, we got the Chicago Cubs taking on the Washington Nationals. We got Colin Ray and Jake Irvin as the starters. Colin Ray in his last 2 games, 12 runs given up, 4 home runs, and 17 base hits. And that was against the same lineup. It was the Reds on May 24th and 30th. One at Great American, one at Wrigley Field. Now against a different team, maybe he has better results and gets back to the form that he once was because he had a great start to the season. But this is also a Nationals team that in the last 30 days has been very solid against right-handed pitching. Their power numbers are strong. The strikeout rate's low. I think they can get to Ray for a few runs. And I also think Jake Irvin, who gave up 6 runs in his last game against the Diamondbacks, 5 innings, no strikeouts, 10 base hits. He struggled mostly early in that game, kind of settled down as the game went on, but still somebody we've talked about has very steep expected ERA against one of the best lineups in baseball. You got 2 not-so-great bullpens. Give me the over in Cubs Nationals. Next up, we got the Yankees and the Guardians. We got Max Fried and Slade Cecconi as the starters. I think Max Fried bounces back. Definitely did not have his best start in his last game, but that was at Dodger Stadium against a very tough lineup. And now you return home to Yankee Stadium. Guardians don't have the best numbers against lefties in the last month, and I think that he bounces back. He's been so strong in Yankee Stadium this season. Cecconi pitched pretty well in his first couple of games, but now his ERA is above 5. I think the Yankees can score enough runs off him to win this game and cover the run line, so give me the Yanks on the run line. Next up, we got the Rangers and the Rays. We got Jack Leiter and Ryan Pepiot as the starters. I know Jack Leiter's coming off a promising outing his last game, 6 strikeouts and 5 2/3, a shutout ball against the Cardinals. Ended up being an 11-1 blowout win for the Rangers, but on the road he's had control issues. The walks have piled up more so on the road than at home. And I think Ryan Pepiot's coming off a great start. I trust the Rays a lot more at Steinbrenner Field. I don't love the Rangers on the road. They've got a big-time losing record away from Globe Life this season. So I'm going to roll with the Rays in this game on the money line. I think Pepiot is still the better option to start this game. I trust the Rays more. And that's it. Those are the games for Thursday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Romanelli. Good luck.